It's a bright and comfy morning. It's coffee time today. It's time for itsy dawning to get it on its way. There's hummingbirds at the feeders, casting shadows on the ground. Celestial Nova living her life to the fullest, chasing the shadows around. We think she crazy and has lost it, not realizing she lives it freely. Celestial Nova earning her wings. The backyard isn't large, it's tiny as can be. The dogs and the birds make it something to be seen.
And there we have it, folks. I love when the youth tries to play me as being stupid. And I'm not, because, well, I'm not. So I'm just saying, if you want to announce your stream on Rumble, you have to RTMP it. Okay? Don't tell me I'm wrong. Okay? I set up Wise One that away for a reason. And so there. That's just how that goes. We're just going to say that's how it goes. Anyway, I would like to, because I'm still in the playing and testing stage. I've gotten my work pretty much caught up. I don't really have a crap load to do until next week when they have to be resolved. Okay, I really want to lower that camera, but if I do, it's going to fall and then it's going to come disconnected. I already know all this, but I would love for you guys to be able to see her playing with the hummingbird shadows even more. I'm sorry, I can't seem to. I could, if I went and got one of my 6-foot electrical cords for the phone. Okay, it has to be plugged in because it will run the battery down very quickly. Okay, and well, I don't want to run the battery down, so because I don't know how long the hummingbirds and the dog Celestial Nova might go for it. So hey, oh geez, somebody's in chat. Hello, Snipe. Hello, Sen. Okay, so what notices did you guys? Okay, you both got a YouTube notice. Okay, well, you know me. I don't like it when I help somebody and then they basically tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. So I don't like that. So because I don't like that, I have now proven that I'm not a fucking idiot. So that's what this one was all about. But at the same time, knowing that I wanted to come out here and set and enjoy my coffee, it was about that as well. Oh, but wait, we're not even going to finish here. Because what I want to do when I'm done enjoying my coffee out here, I want to go in the house and end the stream in there. So I'm going to want to join the stream in the house. And I don't know, maybe then I'll come on camera. I don't know. I look like shit. Probably. I haven't looked in the mirror yet this morning. I woke up, I got dressed. That was a perk. I didn't get dressed. What day was it? Today's Friday. So I didn't even get dressed at all on Wednesday. And the only reason I got dressed yesterday, seriously, is because I thought it was Friday and I had to because of you guys. I'm so blah, but I'm exhausted. So anyway, hi Snipe, hi Sin, huggers buggers to both of you. Sin, I cannot. I'm so exhausted from our trip. And me going and going, okay, we'll stop here, we'll stop here, we'll stop here, we'll eat here, we'll stop here, and we'll stop here, and we'll stop there. I have to get my business paid off. I want to do this trip like yesterday because I'm already on it in my head, and I'm like so ready to go do it, you know. I know that there are a lot of people out there who say they're going to do things, but I really, when I say I'm going to do things, it may not be in the time frame of what I want, which is probably why I have time blindness. I'm sorry, I have the microphone halfway across the room here, out here in the pergola. So if I sound funny, I apologize. I hate the funny sound. I don't know if I can move this one without it unplugging. Hold on. Okay. I got it closer. I hope I sound better. So anyway, when I say I want to do something, I totally want to do it. So on the way to the property, here's the thing. There's already like eight stops, okay? And you know what's really sad about those 8 stops is the Grand Canyon's not one of them, okay? I totally want the Grand Canyon to be one of them. I just enjoy going and sitting on the rim. I just enjoy going and sitting on the rim. But more importantly than that, I enjoy going and hanging out at the cemetery. I just do. It's a me thing. I'm sorry. It's a me thing. Wow, that camera looks totally out of focus, doesn't it? Camo is totally screwing that up. I'm using the camo to... Did you guys see a shadow? She did. That's all that matters. There was a shadow. I saw a hummingbird, so I suppose it had a shadow. But yeah, this is what's so enjoyable about being out here, is that she just takes off and goes running. She's just fun. I'm gonna see. Nope, that's not what I want to see. But I love that tree. You know why I love that tree? I'm not gonna lie. You know why I love that tree? Because it does cast some shadow in the backyard to keep it cooler a little bit longer. I was trying to zoom in on Ditto over there, but obviously the tree is more centered than Ditto. So that didn't work. Anyway, so yeah, here's a okay, wait, let me go back. You know I'm gonna miss things. I don't read chat worth the shit, okay? So anyway, I have to get my butt out of bed just to go get some coffee. I'll be right back. Well, hurry up and get your coffee, sweetheart. We have to do coffee and hummingbirds. That hummingbird was clear on the screen too. I totally saw that. I need to close down my Rumble. But yeah, I totally saw that on the Rumble stream. That's the only stream that I have a running. What can I say? I'm an idiot. What can I say? So, okay, so here's the thing. Here are the things. Where was I going with that? We have to have coffee to sit back here and enjoy her running after hummingbird shadows and watch her tongue get long tongue disease. I love it. As she does this, she gets long tongue disease. I'm not going to be able to take him. It's a shame because she's really not supposed to be running, but I don't think this is too much. I think this is exercise for her. She's not supposed to be running until tomorrow afternoon. But I took the cone off. She isn't messing with herself. And she's been doing this exercise thing. She's a working dog. She's got to do it. You know, she's doing way better. The cat is figuring out, oh, I get it. You want me in my room. I'm telling you, this dog, she's awesome though. But get your coffee and let's I wish I had donuts, but get the coffee. Ooh, there were two beautiful hummingbirds, but they went on the other side of the table and they came right behind me under the pergola. How did they do that? Oh, I see how they did it. Okay. Wow, these hummingbirds are smart. So, but anyhow, here is the thing. Okay, get your coffee. Let's do it. Um, so Snipe says hi to Sin, and then Sin says, "No, I just stumbled onto you. If I turned on my notifications, my phone wouldn't stop dinging." Yeah, I only turn on my notifications now for like 4 channels. I'm over it. I'm over everybody. And the legal genre of YouTube, I can't even say LawTube for everybody because they're DramaTube. And if you really start noticing, you will notice the people who want to cause the drama, and put themselves in the middle of it. They will put themselves in the middle of it, and they'll go hunting. And I love Bobby for making sure that I didn't bite once this last week. I've already been in it once, and for the morons that think that they know what the fuck, they can go do the moron what the fuck. That's it. And, um, just because you know 98% of facts doesn't mean that you know the truth. I'm just saying the facts that you know can be all jumbled up and they could be lacking a couple of most important parts. So, I hope all morons grow up one day. I don't care. This is the way that I do drama. I just acknowledge it, and then I say what I'm saying, and then I move on. There are other people that I watch, and I don't know. I mean, I have an annoying voice, so I hope it's not their voices that make me go, nope, can't do this, because that happens. There's people that I can't watch. So I've turned off notifications all over the place because of it, because of everything that's going on. So I just noticed on that hummingbird that she chased, the little critter came over to the feeder but didn't feed and then ran off, and you saw her run off towards it. So I'm just saying. I promise you, I've got you beat on. You look on who looks bad in the mornings at this point. And Sin, I made some moisturizing cream last night. You might like it. It's I like it. But see, I can't use soap on my face. I can't use chemicals. I have to make my own soap. I have to make my own lotions. I have to make my own shampoos. So, there's all of that lovely fun stuff. It's a thing. So, yeah, the rims are fun. Yeah, they are. So, you just if you there's a lot of feelings at the rims. I just like to go to the rims and just hang out there and get mesmerized and think about so much. Oh my God, I'm looking at a woodpecker over in the oak tree. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I was thinking about rims and a woodpecker came along. A little bit of Woody. This thing with her eyesight. Okay, let's go back to Celestial's eyesight. Yeah, her eyesight. And remember, she's slow in the head, and I think it's because she got run over by that car, and I think she got brain damage because, again, it ran over her head. So she's slow at figuring things out. So we've been coming out here, and she's been chasing the hummingbird shadows. And I don't stream it all the time, but we come out a lot. Okay? So I am telling you, I actually think that it takes her a while to figure things out. And she had Kitty Cow out here with her, and the sun wasn't like it is now. It was in the evening. And so Kitty Cow started to look up, and Celestial Nova looked up and moved her head way back, because again, I don't think she can see the upper, if you put your vision into a 9 box slot, right, a 9 box grid, I don't think she can see the upper 1, 2, 3, the upper third fully. I think she might be able to see a third of that. I don't know what she can see. She has great vision, but I think she is limited to that vision. So it seems very interesting, because when Kitty Cow looked up at the hummingbirds, Celestial looked up and she wasn't interested. And then the cat stood up, and Celestial looked up and then moved her head even further backwards to look even more. And then she saw the hummingbirds and she jumped up. And I'm like, okay, hummingbirds, we have a cat and now we have a herding dog. You need to go back to shadows, please. Because the hummingbird was coming lower as if to help her say, see, I'm up here. And it was causing me concern. I'm not going to lie. It was totally causing me concern. So anyway, there it is. So my statement of facts is spot on. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking you're meaning the 98% proof and the 2% facts. I think that's what you mean. It's a thing. It's a thing. And so, the more I have a problem that I do look for reasons to not, I guess it's not idolize people, and because I don't idolize myself. The only one I want to idolize is God. And so, we fall into traps where we can idolize people and we miss all of their fake cues. Chaz tells you about it, tells me about it all day, every day. But we miss all the fake cues. And there's something in my safety zone that I'll miss the fake cues for a while, but then I'll start making them human. And then I'll see that they're very uppity about themselves. I don't know that this is going to sound really bad and arrogant, because I'm not. I didn't mean to start rambling, but they start. It's kind of like a politician who runs for political office because they intend on doing things well, and then when they get there, they forget what it was like before they got there. It's kind of like that thing I think I put in Discord, where when you have no money, you live your life to the fullest, and then you get money, and then you start living to make more money, and then you forget who you are because you're no longer living life to the fullest. You're now chasing the big buck. People don't get that I'm cool with the size of our channel, because it's humbling, and I'm okay with it. I like it. I mean, if we ever get paid to do this, I hope that, number one, I spread the money around, because it wouldn't just be mine, because we all do it together. And then number two, that it wouldn't go to my brain. I mean, I have my office, my business already. Um, and I'm very humbled because of that. So I don't think suddenly making money on YouTube or on streaming would make sense to me. Would change me. I mean, you know, I'm sorry to say, but $100 a month wouldn't pay my bills. I mean, it would give the dogs, some, steer penis, but that's about it, you know. So I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. Um, Snipe says, I laugh in the face of drama. I do sometimes and I don't. Drama is sad. I see it and I acknowledge it. And maybe that's where I'm bad, is that because I do acknowledge it, it's, my thing is, I was working to support a family of 4 at the time that most girls were pulling high school drama. I was already at the office. I didn't do the high school drama. I was already a professional in my current industry, and I was dealing with legal matters and important business people, and so I didn't get the drama. I mean, I remember I had an English teacher tried to get me into the drama once, and I popped him in the nose because I didn't play the drama, and my friend warned him that she's too stable. You just messed with an unstable woman today. It was that I just glossed over it all. But so anyway, I didn't put up. I didn't do it in high school. I sure as hell don't 46 years later need to take a crash course in this ugly. It's ugly. So my voice is not awesome. I wish my voice. Oh, that's not going to work. Thank you, Sin. But I wish my voice was deeper. It used to be deeper. At least when I sang, it was deeper. But then when I yelled at the boys on the football field and I cracked my vocal cords, I split them. I mean, there was blood running down the back of my throat. I split my vocals. Oh God, that was I think it was 4 months that I couldn't talk. It was hard. And now here I come. And you use tallow full time. I use it as a cleansing cream too. Yeah, I use it to make soaps. But the moisturizer, I didn't realize how many people I knew were still putting chemicals on their body. And it's like, oh no, as we age, our skin dries, and then you'll get itchy. You'll get really, really itchy. I know that I feel bad for Pops that I didn't think when he aged out, he was probably in his 80s. That was 04 when the house burned down, 03 when the house burned down. 70 or 80s, and he was so dry that Sis and Bro thought that he had mites on his body because he was just itching all the time, and they kept going to the doctor, and the doctor kept giving him medicated creams to put on. Yeah, no, those are medicated, and the chemicals in them are fucking with them. Don't do that. And this is the same one who raised Snowball, my calf, and then tried to feed it to me. And I didn't think about the fact that he could have just been using straight tallow to protect himself from this. But Sis was putting him in, she had some BD also. I'm not gonna lie. Alcohol took her off the reservation, while drugs took Bro, off the reservation. Poor Pops. He was holding it together for the kids. But she was giving him baths in Clorox bleach. So all she was doing was drying him out even more. So, I do want people to know that we have options, and it doesn't have to be that expensive. I was thinking about 1776, and she can't have chemicals either. And I'm like, I might have to have a private conversation to see if she would like me to send her a thing of it so that, she could see if it works for like the next 3 months, because 1 4-ounce thing lasts like forever, which is why I forget about it. But mine started to run out, so I went ahead and made some more, and I checked with my bestie. She's like, oh, I don't like it. My roommate made some. And I'm like, oh no, she did it wrong. Let me give you some of mine. That way I don't have to work so hard at using it all up, because I will. If y'all remember, a couple of years ago, I was complaining about the dry skin. It was 3 years ago that I was complaining about the dry skin. Oh, it was longer than 3 years ago. So, but anyway, and somebody inquired within, and anyway, yeah, I just like being able to have the tallow to put on. Snipe says, my sister has a Brittany that has a retina issue. She can only see things moving around right in the middle of her vision. If you toss something and it bounces to the side, it's like it disappeared. Well, that's the problem with Celestial, and that's really how I kind of started noticing with her that she couldn't see above, because when I tossed the ball over her head, she has no clue. She has no clue, but she will catch it moving around and she will go get it. So, it's pretty cool. It's pretty friggin' cool that was not something you needed to herd. That was a leaf there. Ditto. I have lost my mind. I have lost my ever living friggin' minds. So, yeah, no, I forgot where I was. I just saw Ditto looking at a leaf go by. So yeah, no, when I started throwing the ball and noticing she wasn't even looking up to see where the ball went, even though my body motion showed that I threw it over her head, she doesn't look up. So you understand. I'm so glad that you understand, Snipe, what I'm saying about her, because I don't think I explain anything well. Look, guys, I am not one of those people that think I walk on water, and to guarantee that I know that I don't walk on water, every year I do a walk on water attempt, okay? But I'm smart enough to always take my towel, and sometimes, depending on where I'm trying to do the walking on water, I might take my paddleboard. If I'm doing it at the pool here, then I just take my towel. If I'm doing it down at the dog beach where I take Ditto, the one that is across from SeaWorld, I'll take the paddleboard. And that way then I can presume that I've walked on water after going swimming. I think everybody needs to do that test annually. Oh, there's the other stream finally showed up. Got one of you in each one. So anyway, Sin says, I love the size of this channel too. It's like a little family. It is. And parasocial relationships fuck me in the ass. So yeah, it's small, it's quaint, and then when people come in, I don't have to be the only one to know who they are. Y'all get to know them as well, and then we can figure out if they're friend or foe. I've met enough foes that people think I think that that I think they're friends, and I know that they're foes in sheep clothing. I'm well aware of that. Don't think I'm stupid just because I'm old. Sin can tell you, we got old because we're not stupid. The young ones got taken out. We didn't get carried on somebody else's back. Okay. I know I sure as hell didn't get carried on somebody else's back. Not for a day of my life. Every fucking day of my life, I have fought to survive, or I would have been a dead baby, a dead child, a dead teen, a dead adult, a dead old lady. I would have been gone. So, people might have issues with the way that I am. That's cool. Take my issues, pack them in your care bag, and keep going. If you understand that I am always looking at reasons to protect myself from you, then you'll understand maybe you need to prove yourself to somebody who has been as injured and damaged as I have been. 1776, you're in the house. Can you do me a favor? Because I didn't do it. Can you put the stream announcement in my stream channel in Discord? Not in the basic that we all have turned off. Bobby's not here yet, and I didn't tell him I was going to stream because I didn't know it. And then I started fooking around, and I made a cute little intro song that I thought was adorably cute. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. I thought it was adorbs. And you notice how, I guess I'm not putting the things that I should. I really should be putting the chats up here on the stream. I really should, to find out why the other fucking thing kept popping up. The intro kept popping up last week. So anyway, okay. So there's that, and loving the size of art thing. So back to that, if people don't understand, I am the way I am because I've given so many people, as you will see, I give people chances. And then I see their earnestness, and then I promptly see the knife in the back. And, I'm getting way faster at it to where, I used to not react, and I used to make sure that not only was the knife there, but it turned a few times and then went up and then back down and then drew pictures, and then I would bail. Okay. Well, I've become a bitch since then. Okay? I don't put up with all that shit anymore. Fuck you in the ass. I don't need it. I'm old, and I just want to say I have friends who go, she's so fucked up. And she's going to have her opinions on me too. But she is so fucked up. But if I don't fucking hurt her, we're good. But the minute I hurt her, she's not going to be fucked up. She's going to be gone. So, I'm just saying, I know who I am, folks. I'm not going to lie. I know who I am. I totally know who I am. I'm also not the person who will ask anybody for their account information. I want to go back to that. I accidentally came across that note the other day, that I had somebody's financial information. Fuck you, cunt. With a K, K-U-N-T, no C, you're not warm and cuddly, because the honest to God's truth is you had my information because I'm that much of a moron, okay? So it busts me up that I supposedly had somebody else's information. No, I don't like to be that responsible. I know the legal liability of all that, and I don't like it. It's bad enough that I have somebody's phone number and address, and I feel like I have to protect that, or I'm going to end up in front of the court having to explain why something got misused. I don't want other people's shit. I trust that I know how to control my shit, so I will share mine. Um, but don't ever fucking lie and accuse me. Again, 98% kind of truth, 2% fucking lie makes the entire sentence a fucking lie. So if you've got 98% good heart, but then 2% of a black heart, just maybe you should work on that 2%. I try to work on mine, and mine is a lot more than 2% bad. I'm just going to say, I do not walk on water. I covered that. I do not walk on water. I am well aware of the fact I do not fucking walk on water. I don't walk on water. Get it? Just in case you weren't sure, I don't walk on water. But I have evil thoughts. I have horrible, evil thoughts. And it's not, let me get somebody's this or secret or that secret or mine are, where do I bury the demons? And then I pick out the spot. And I haven't put them in there for a while. So it's like I'm good, right? I think I'm good because I haven't. I kind of thought of the couple of folk that I made stop breathing. I thought of them this morning. See, I do those things. So, I have more than a 2% not nice part. Okay. So to me, that I'm like at a 48% not nice part because of just the two people that I thought of this morning. Let's add my mother to it, and now we're going to tip the scale. I don't know the math, but I'm going to say I'm at 38% not nice. Do you see where I'm going with this? I understand who I am. I get it. I understand who I am. So that's one of the reasons I stay the fuck to myself, folks. But I'm not out there trying to convince anybody that I'm someone that I'm not. I'm honest about who I am. I don't need somebody else's shit to come onto my cereal to fuck up the flavor. I didn't use sugar. I already used salt on my cereal. Okay. It already tastes bad. So do me a favor, everybody who's, walking on water and thinking they're great and not seeing their ugliness in them, keep moving. This isn't the ranch for you. The herd, we all admit we got shit. Okay? We all know we got shit. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but we're working through it and we're willing to say, hey, and as long as we're not hurting each other, we're not turning away from each other. That sin can be mad at me and then, talk to Sniper 1776. I'm only saying this because it's the three of you guys in here. Okay? That's fine. Because she can be hurt by me, but she also knows I didn't attack her. I didn't go hurt her. That I love her. The same thing. I could hurt Snipe. That's why I'm always checking on him when we're giving the bidet a hard time. We can accidentally hurt Snipe, but back off a moment and come back because you know that we didn't do it out of anything more than love. When you come with the darkness to do it, just get on the bus and go away. Just get on the bus and go away. There's a cliff down the road. Just aim the bus in that direction. That's what I'm saying. So I love the size of our little family. And mostly it's because I think that we all know that we have problems and we can all work through them in our way. 1776 was in the house and said hi to Shinny and Snipe and Sin. And then Snipe said howdy to Heidel. And then, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do this. And then 1776 is Shinny. Dang nabbit, YouTube never gave me notifications. Thanks, Snipe, for letting me know. The reason that YouTube didn't give you a notification is because um, I didn't give Restream enough time to get over and notify, okay? Because I was building the stream because I just wanted to go live, right? Like I did before. But the problem is I also wanted to do an announcement on Rumble today, okay? Because somebody pissed me off. So I wanted to do an announcement and make sure that I understood how to connect to that announcement because I wanted to make sure that I understood Restream. Guess what? I fucking understand Restream. I'm not some boomer that doesn't fucking know shit. So somebody can shove shit up their ass and spin on it for a while. And hopefully, it's a sexual partner when you do that because it's so much more fun if you're a spinner. I'm just saying. Did I say that out loud? I did. I was thinking about a certain friend. I woke up thinking about him this morning, and then his adorable, what I call spinner wife. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. When I first saw her, luckily he told her all about me right off the bat. But then I respect relationships, so I don't see him as much as I used to. But here's the thing. I'm like, oh my God, she's adorable. She's a cute little spinner. And he didn't say shit because he knew what I meant and he knew I was right. I'm just saying, Larry, I love you if you ever discover me. So anyway, yeah, that's why you didn't get the notice. And Sin says, good morning, 1776. And here's the coffee. Hey, you know what? I just noticed Restream doesn't let me know that you two are mods. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused. Did you know I'm gonna have to figure that out next, right? Um, This is the problem. Some of us boomers fucking played with the internet or the computers and shit without books. So some of us can figure shit out way better and faster. All we have to do is know to direct that away. And it's a thing. So I love being a boomer. Isn't it fun, Sin? Okay, so here's my thing. I don't want to really click on that. I also think that's gonna be shh. There. Okay. Okay. So y'all are still over there as okay. I just wondered for a slight moment since I couldn't see. I was worried that for a slight moment y'all were no longer mods because YouTube is fucking up everything. So I got really concerned. So normally we can see that y'all are what y'all are, right? We can't. Since says anything that you put on your body goes right into your system, liver and kidneys. Exactly, which is why with the soap and then I technically my soap is also my shampoo. Um, and my moisturizer. Yep, it's all a thing. I will admit that this is not the time of the year to make moisturizer because it's really hard when you're whipping it up for it to go, oh, I want to stay frothy because it's like, I'm melting. You would think it was the Wicked Witch of the West. Why was that bitch from the West, by the way? Anyway, 1776 is, yes, ma'am, I can't do Kim's and have to be careful with dyes. Aw, you're sweet. Well, here's the thing. I sometimes with my soap, I will use dyes. I really will. Most of the time, I like to use coffee or teas as my dyes in my soap. So you'll see sometimes like I'll have a blue soap, I'll have a brown soap, I'll have a cream colored soap. In the cream and the brown soap, you have to look for the speckles because those are coffee grounds. They work really good to help scrub. I forget the word that they are, but they're soft and they don't rip your skin open, but they're really good to help you clean. And Snipe says, wait, Heifer, did you ever really have your mind? Sometimes I did. I used to, I mean, yeah, I did. But then I got tired of carrying it around, and that's the thing is I it follows me around, but I don't like to carry it around. Okay. So it's back there waiting to jump in at any given moment. But yeah, I had a mind. I had a really good mind. I'm cool with losing it. It's kind of like your shadow. Little fucker. When it comes disconnected, thank God. But most of the time it's connected. I'm just saying. 1776 is Lawless Night, Stunad. And then says, I hear you on the survival and going on to thriving. And then she's like, done. Thank you, honey. I don't think Bobby is going to get here. I didn't ask what he was doing today. I didn't ask anybody, Det Waddly Squad. I just got here. And because, again, I warned you guys, I had something on my mind. I was thinking about something. Now, the way that I did this, no, Rumble Chat will not come into, Restream will not put Rumble Chat in YouTube. The way with the RTMP, it will not put Rumble Chat into the YouTube chat. Okay. So I'm just saying. But if I want to announce that I'm going to do a stream on Rumble, it will connect. So it doesn't, if I don't want to announce, I can just connect straight to Rumble using the Rumble option. And yeah, I'm giving away secrets because, I'm cool like that. But if you want the Rumble chats to appear in the chat log and over in YouTube, then you can't have an announcement. It won't connect. It just won't. So there, bottom line, be smart. Two things can be true at once. 1776 says multi-mod tasking for a while, but lurking if you need me. No, we're good. We got Sin over here. Sin says, at 73, when I talk with people on the phone, they have no clue of my age because I still have my brain. I also have a 360 thinker. I've been using that terms for years. So you're all around evolved thinking, critically thinking, and going that I get it. I think I get it. And then she says, I finally did an internet search. What is 360 thinking? My laptop blew up. It's real. What the fuck? Okay, now I'm curious. It's not supposed to be a Google. What is 360 degree thinking? I mean, I just tried to reason it on my own. 360-degree thinking is a holistic, multidimensional approach to problem solving and decision making. Instead of following a straight linear path from a problem to a solution, it requires stepping back to view an issue from all possible angles, considering that's how I do people. That's kind of how I do people. I come at it with a direct linear path. I do. And then I start doing the 360 thinking with people. That's, requires stepping back to view an issue from all possible angles, considering every stakeholder's perspective and weighing long-term consequences before taking action. Yeah, but you know what? People don't like that that 360-degree thinking, because you see something so much faster than they will. I'm just going to tell you, when it comes to other people, it's like, yep, no, peace, I'm out. They're like, oh, you're just a problem. You don't like anybody. Well, you're here. I'm sorry, I said that. But yeah, you know, but again, safety says, I'm going to look at you from 360. And if you're only doing like a 210, hasta la vista, baby. I'm just saying, I don't know that those applied appropriately, but it did for me. So yeah, that's not a bad thing. Sometimes I have to shut up on that 360 thinking, but yeah, so there. 1776 says law to sin, and then says still in the house, but I'm lurking. Yep's understood. It's a pop-up. I don't remember what's a pop-up. I don't remember what's a pop-up. YouTube is being a-hole to me. Well, I am outside. So 1776 says, yep, to snipe. So I'm wondering if YouTube is being a-hole because I'm actually outside on Wi-Fi. Because I ain't pulling the hard wire out here. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing. And I don't get a report of if I've lost anything. I don't. So you'd have to ask 1776 and Sin if they were buffering. I mean, I live in the world of buffer. So you'd have to ask them. I don't know. And Queen says, hey, heifers. See how I filled that in? Hi, Queen. I'm sorry. I know she's working. So, and I'm like 9 minutes behind her. Hey, baby girl. I was just testing something, and I still want to test something before I end the stream. I do want to go into the house and see if I can end the stream from in the house. Because if I can, at a certain point, you and I are both going to be signed on here at the same time so that you can read chat and put it online. Ha ha! I'm just saying, I'm going to figure this shit out. And yeah, I'm a poet. I'm going to figure it out the rich way. Sin says, definition of friendship and love. You can tell each other to fuck off, and we're still friends and love each other. I choose not to be hurt because I understand this. Well, thank you, honey. I love you for that. I was going to tell you, y'all are missing her running off, but you just can't see all of her. But she is still chasing hummingbirds. 1776 says, check out and sub to Snipe. And then put the Snipe's website in. And then she says, hiya to Queen. And Queen says, I came home from work early. My head is fucking with me. I'm sorry, honey. You don't have to be with us tonight. I don't want you, don't even, it was already going to be a short night because, I'm doing it now. It was already going to be a short night. But you got enough storms and stuff around you. You take care of you, boo. You don't come over here and don't you feel bad. Don't you feel bad. 1776 says, oh, I hope you feel better soon, Queen. And Queen says, stop clicking shit. Okay, well, right now I'm not really clicking shit, okay? But I am learning shit, and I'm learning that I'm right. And I like to learn that I'm right. When I have something in my head that I've learned, I didn't realize back in 2024, but yeah, I'm going to keep, I'm always, this is why when somebody says, oh, a boomer who doesn't know anything, but unfortunately the boomer does know things because she's not afraid to investigate. It's kind of like I hear something out in the living room and I'm on the other end of the house, right? I mean, think about the ranch, right? and me having to walk down the long, dark hallway because I hear something in the living room and I'm having to I was the one that went to investigate to find out if there was a bear, a skunk, a coyote, or just a dog who was being bad in the living room, right? I didn't know what it was, but I had to be the one to do it. Okay. So I am an investigator and I do investigate, but I haven't been clicking shit much today. I mean, I would like to I don't know where she went. Oh, she's still there. Ditto is gone. So, you know what? I am going to click shit. I am going to back up on the on my cell phone camera. Yes, that's my cell phone camera and I can control it without touching it. It's pretty cool. Um, don't you absolutely hate how I have my outside kitchen covered? It's along the wall right there, and I keep it covered with a tarp. It's not even a tarp. Do you know what that is? Do you know that's not even a tarp? Do you know what it is? I'm gonna own it. I'm going to own it. Are you guys ready? Remember with waterbeds how you have the liner and then you have the mattress that goes inside? That's a waterbed liner. That's what that is. That's what that is. It's a waterbed liner. That's exactly what that is. It is. Hey, hey, don't do that. I refreshed YouTube and it started over. It totally started over. I don't know why. They like to make things so difficult. There. Yes, I have to restart it. I have to drag it. I have to do all kinds of shit. And even though I had it muted, I have to remute it. Oh, now you guys can't even see the thing. I don't know. I'm innocent of all charges. It works for me. I thought when I zoomed out that you could see it. I guess that was only on the camo studio that you could see it, but you could see that whole side of my house. I need to put a better block um, so that when you walk out the back door, you don't fall off the step because I have a step right there that you don't fall off it. I was going to paint the whatchamacallits, the pallets. I was gonna paint them white. I never got around to it. So anyway, yeah, now I'm clicking ship. 1776 says, "Oh, Monty Mod still," and then says, "Right, Queen." And Sin says, "Notifications title for Snipe is not highlighted blue on YouTube." Snipe didn't want to be a Snipe didn't want to be a mod. He's not a mod. It's you 1776 and Bobby. I think Queen. I don't know. Yeah, Queen. Um, but yeah, no. Snipe said, "No, yeah, don't trust me being a mod. Have you met me?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I did that. I did that. And 1776 says from Restream. I don't Oh, well, when Restream sends it from one to the other, you can't click to the vertical. You can't click the link. You're right. Yeah, that's a known thing. That's a known thing because it's being forwarded. It's not being forwarded as a link. It is just being forwarded as um, characters, not as a link. So that's why, because it's being blued in the other, it's in the horizontal, but it doesn't Restream doesn't send it over exactly that way. 1776 is natural dyes are good. It's more red 40. I get itchy with because of the dry skin. Sin says, "Can I eat the coffee soap?" Do not eat the coffee soap. Okay, it's just don't. Just don't. I know it's pretty and it looks some of the loaves are just loaves of soap. Okay. I just make them they look like soap. And then sometimes I decide I want to get fancy. And then they come out looking like cupcakes. And so, you know, there's things that we can't do. Okay? Eating my soap is one of those. I do I have to print out warning labels now? Because you can't eat them. You just can't. Uh, Queen says Bobby will be here soon, bitching enough. Soon enough, bitching. Wait, I'll read it. Hopefully, without the words flying around. So bear with me. Bobby will be in here bitching soon enough. Lamau. That was hard for me. Words are hard. Since it's petroleum based, I don't know. That's 3 with an S. I don't know. Are on their way out. Um, some have already been eliminated. Well, see, I can't even use chapstick because it's a petroleum based. Petroleum and and beeswax now. 2 things I can't have on my skin. Anything petroleum based and anything beeswax. I can't do it. I'm just saying. 1776 is Queen, law, yepers. And Queen says, law, I'm 49. The only thing still 360 is my ass. Mine too, honey. But you know what? I finally really like it. People are like, wait, you're so fat. How do you like it and feel more confident now? Because look, when you were raped from the time you were 2 years old on, okay, and had very you were built like a fucking brick shit house until your mid 30s. Just walking down the street, you got a lot of bad attention. Okay, a lot of bad fucking attention. With that, it was like I made a goal 1 year to gain a ton of weight. That was my New Year's resolution. I wanted to gain a ton. I wanted to gain a ton. That was before my thyroid kicked in, and said, "I hate you, beach." But I really, because I just knew if I was fat, nobody would be making me feel like I feel every time I go outside my house. So you know, I have the same thing. I am comfortable with my ass. I'm telling you, it's big. I know it. I can hold a kid on each hip without me having to worry about what my hands are doing because there's a saddle on each side of them. It's funny because I'm like fairly I'm not thin, but I'm fairly thin on the top, and then at my hips, boom, it bubbles out. I don't need no Brazilian bitch. I am me, and I already got it. So I get it, and I'm cool with it. I am built like an elephant. I my butt and my hips and my thighs and my calves, they're all huge. You know what? The fact that I fell over because of this little heifer dog that we have over here, it was because of what she did. My balance is, I'm a weeble, dude. I should not be falling down. I because I mean I'm built like a fucking bridge. There you go, sturdy on the bottom, sturdy fucking shit on the bottom. That's where I'm going. 1776 says Queen, same, and then what I hate is my mouse is very slow, and I'm wondering if it's because of what I'm using for well, now where did it go? For I think I'm going to have to get myself a new mouse pad for outside. 1776 is no buffers here. Since this, I've been trying for years to figure out why people think I should be in charge. Now I understand my past. Well, sometimes too, they don't want to be in charge because they don't want the responsibility, and they want to push it off on somebody who sounds like they'd be better at it. Whether or not you would be better at it or not, that was never their question. Their question is, I don't want to be responsible when the sky starts falling. I don't want to be to blame. So, that's a thing. 1776 is, don't forget to go check out As the Gavel Drops over in Discord for all your true crime obsessions. Chat, up-to-date court case details, court documents, exhibits, and even watch party events from time to time. And then there's the link. Not all Discords are horrible, folks. Since there's been no buffering at my end of the stream. Well, he did say that YouTube didn't like him. So, he hasn't been back since. Look at it.
It's a bright and comfy morning.
We're going to just go ahead and play that because, well, it was like the intro, okay? And funny enough, now that I'm clicking on the link on the chats, yeah, it went ahead and clicked up this behind it, okay? So I just have to find out. Heidel's chat is right there. It's about where the wall is. Okay. But we might as well let it play because I don't know if y'all heard it. So here is, I'm going to start it from the beginning. There. Enjoy. This was the intro.
It's a bright and comfy morning. It's coffee time today. It's time for its adorning to get it on its way. There's hummingbirds at the feeders, casting shadows on the ground. Celestial Nova living her life to the fullest, chasing the shadows around. We think she crazy and has lost it, not realizing she lives it freely. Celestial Nova earning her wings. The backyard isn't large, it's tiny as can be. The dogs and the birds make it something to be seen.
And there was that. Just see how that worked out? I'm just saying. That's how that worked out. I hope you guys liked that because I did. Okay, now I have to get back to chat. Okay, wait. Oh, fook me. The wall is gone. Okay, so wait. Kind of at the gutter to just below the, okay. Well, there was a link in that one. And I checked. I don't know why that started because you know what? I thought maybe it connected with what was underneath it. And I didn't click on Bobby's link that 1776 put there, which is where the intro song was. So I don't know why. That's just a fault that they have. I will write them and let them know because, notice that I've got the restream title off of this. Somebody complained and I thought about it and went, well, I spent enough money this week. What's another $190? So I went ahead and and bought into this, so we'll be using this for a while, especially as I go figuring it out more. Sin said, accepting people for who they are and who they are not is also a key to understanding. I'm not good at understanding people anymore. I used to want to understand people. I don't think I want to understand them, because the more I understand them, the less that they give a shit about me, and that the more it's kind of like, straw and jello. Y'all don't understand my straw and jello thing, but I love my straw and my jello. Okay. So at a certain point, I really do feel like a lot of people will, as I work to understand them, they'll just become a straw and I'll just become the jello until there's none of me left. But yeah, it is supposed to work that way. Um, I think I got done doing that. I want to be able to accept them. I can't accept them, because unfortunately I become too big of a target. I don't know why people think I have a big personality. I don't know. 1776 says agreed, Sin, and then says the refresh did that to me too earlier. I see everything just fine. And Sin says, I just purchased a book on how to build things with pallets. Oh, there are so many things to build. I used to build so many things. An outside bar. I mean, I had a lot more energy. I don't have the energy anymore. And it's really sucky that I don't have the energy to do what I used to do. Because if I did, my backyard wouldn't look like it does. And my tank wouldn't be laying up on its side. It would be laying down completely level and have all kinds of pretty things around it and steps to go in it so that I could be in there and not be streaming. You guys would not want to see me in there. But I'm just saying, Sin, if you have the energy, come on down, work in the backyard. I'll let you know what I want done. And then, I'm done building pallets, because pallets used to be free, and then people started charging $6 to $8 for pallets, and I'm like, yep, I'm done. I had some left on the side of the house, and I didn't have enough of them to do one of the plans I was going to do, because I had made some chairs and stuff. There was something else I was going to do, but I was going to get some more pallets, and the prices just went up, and I'm like, fuck it, no. And so I just threw those up there, because I almost walked straight out of my own back door and almost stepped off a double step. And I'm like, yeah, no, I need to remind myself not to do that, because I don't use that back door very often. But I also don't want to make the reminder to not do it permanent, because bringing in large items like the washer and the dryer over there, it's nice to be able to just do a straight shot. I'm saying I do that. 1776 says, thanks for letting me know. Got it. I don't know what I let you know. And then she says, thanks for pointing that out, Sin. I don't know what Sin pointed out either. Now I'm curious. And then Sin says, thanks for that info on the links. Oh, about the moving the back and forth. Yeah. It and I don't know if you can directly put the links in to the vertical, and if they'll stay good there. I don't know. I none of us have tried that one, to be honest. 1776 is check out the Queen's Discord. Did you go? Is this the other? I think this is her putting them into the vertical for you. I'm not sure, but I think. And Snipe is back and says, YouTube and my computer is still being a-hole. I might be back at some time. Arg. Did you do your update? I just inhaled a cinnamon ground. And now I want to die, because there's no more coffee in my coffee cup. But the cinnamon, I grind up cinnamon sticks and put it in there. And you'd be amazed at how the powder will start to plump up. And the powder plumped up and it got stuck in my throat. So, well, Snipe, I don't know, did you do the updates to your PC? That's my life. That's where I discover things go wrong. Sin says, I meant to say petroleum-based shits are on their way out. Some have already been eliminated. Products? I don't know what the dun 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 S is. I don't know. I feel weird. And 1776 says, I just tested links posting into the vertical stream. I can click the links to restream that restream is showing in the landscape stream. Oh, well, I don't know why that doesn't work going the other way, because Will and I have noticed it doesn't go the other way at all. So there's that. Sin says, on the subject of thyroid, my biopsies came back benign. Congrats for you. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy for you. And then 1776 is that I shared in the vertical chat, and vice versa. 1776 says, good luck, Snipe. And then says that she loves that with regards to your biopsies. 17, oh, no, to the intro. She loves that about the intro. Queen says, I'll be here tonight. I feel a little better after I took a hot shower and stuck my head under it. You know, it's a thing. It's seriously, here's what people don't understand. And my brother, which hopefully, Sin, when we go do this traveling, you won't get to meet my brother, because I'm not sure what would happen if we all ran into each other at the grocery store. You'd be like, who's this black chick this black dude she's fighting? Who's this black dude trying to beat Shinny up? Oh shit, the fight is on. He has lost a leg and she's still going after him, kicking his ass. It's a thing, okay? But he and I both discovered, because we had migraines, okay? And look, anytime that we went camping, right, as kids, if he got stung, I always say that he got stung first. If he got stung on the left eyelid, I got by a mosquito while sleeping. I also got stung on the left eyelid by a mosquito while sleeping. And we both woke up with great big huge swollen eyeballs, okay? And if we got bit by something under the water while floating down the river, we both did. Okay, it was just a thing. That's how we knew things. The only thing that hasn't happened that way yet is the fact that I haven't lost a leg, and I'm not in a hurry to try and match up with him on that. Okay, so the whole thing is that with the migraines, my dad also had the same problems. So, and so did his mama. Well, come to find out, you know what happens is that the sinuses grow and grow and grow, and they just get so big that they start putting pressure on the brain. And people don't realize that those things are side by side up there. And so it's the size of the sinuses. Well, then Dad was the only one who went in to get them all cleaned out. And he said, oh my God, it was so great. He didn't have a migraine in like foreverland, but he could smell everything. And he said it was horrible. And everything was great for about 5 years. And then the sinuses started getting puffy and grew back. So it's a thing. So yeah, do steam, I'm telling you, the Walmart Equate Allergy Sinus Maximum Strength with a red Coke, easy ice, not too much ice, not too little ice. And you don't need to drink the whole Coke. You only need to drink probably a quarter of a cup of Coke. Okay. Um, and it can't be diet. It's got to be the real red Coke. Oh my God, there's something. Do not drive after doing it, though. I'm just saying, you will get lost. You won't get in a car accident because you're still kind of under but you'll lose your brain. You know how I said that the brain is my brain. It follows me around. Well, when I would do those allergy sinus with Coke, the, I it was like Peter Pan's shadow. It disconnected for a little bit. So, it was fun. And it only takes like seriously 8 minutes and the migraines are gone. They're great. It was way better than a doctor who overdosed me and tried to kill me to get rid of mine, which got rid of mine for about 5 years too. Yeah, 5 years does seem to be the big thing there. But now I just do that when I need to. And guess what? I've done it enough. I don't have to do that as much anymore. So anyway, I'm glad you're feeling better. I am glad you're feeling better. Since as I'm going to represent this in parts, I show up at Glen Helen Fire Camp during Palm Springs Fire. The chief of the day sees me and comes over and says, "Suit up, you're going to fly." Never met this chief before. However, he seemed to know who I am. He was supposed to go take a bunch of VIPs on a helicopter tour of the fire. With all of the other people in the camp, he came to me on the spot. Back then, I was the only female firefighter. For some reason, they kept throwing responsibility in my lap. Now I know why. Meeting up with your, and what now I know why. Oh, that was, okay. And then she says, meeting up with your brother will be 2 against 1. Nobody messes with my shinny. Yeah, but then you have a problem where nobody messes with my brother. I mean, because then family kicks in. Do you see? So it'd be like, where do we go? Because you'd have to know. We used to do this every week, but now I'm not really sure where we stand. Queen says, where the fuck is Bobby? I know. That's what I don't understand. And 1776 says, I don't know. And then 1776 says, I did just test both. 1776 says, I had a spider bite this morning on my left eyebrow, as I go and start talking about that. And then Queen says, holy shit, I got lost in the other stream again. There has to be a way to name them separate. There's not. Maybe I can go in there after the stream gets started and do it. I don't know. And then Queen says, oh, when you put the title to the stream in add a phone emoji in the name. Well, no, because you'll see when I get you in the background here and I show you I don't make a separate stream for both. They are the same stream. Okay. But I have a choice of just streaming landscape, just streaming profile, or streaming both. Okay. It's all under one. So I would have to go into YouTube after and put profile or landscape. That's what I would have to do is go in after the stream starts and do it. Because I don't know. We'll have to discover tonight. Okay. 1776, I'm going to give you a job because you and Sin are good at these. So I'm going to give you both a job, to report back to me. Okay. When I do the announcements on the streams, because I will do the YouTube announcements, right? When I do the announcement on the stream, let me know if there's 2 announcements. Let me know if there is a landscape and if there is a vertical. If there is, then I will go in and I will put a V in front, V equals, and then I will put L equals. And that way we'll know by the V and the L which is which. Does that make sense? We got Grumpy Bear in the house. He just got here. So If because I'll forget that between now and then because it's 12:30 and I'm gonna have to do a couple hours of desk work. Before I already did a couple hours. I got up early before I even had coffee, and I got all my desk stuff caught up to a certain point. So I won't remember this later. So you'll have to remember me. Um, and once you say it, honey, you'll know what I'm saying. 1776 is yep, Queen Lamau. Yeah, because I don't like not knowing. Because when I'm on my computer, I don't want to watch in vertical. Okay, I just don't. And when I'm on my phone, I turn it sideways. So I don't understand how people don't understand. You just turn your phone. And if you put it on auto rotate, it auto rotates and you can see so much better. But you know what? These kids don't think 360 anymore. They don't. Sin says, I purchased a Navage, didn't understand the pods. I put 2 in and turned it on. It didn't. She's crying, so I'm afraid that didn't work. I used to I mean, maybe if I put peroxide in them, that might work. You can't use peroxide that much because it'll start killing the cells. I don't know. I'm one of those people I want to know. Bobby says, I'm pissed off today. We don't need you to be pissed off, but it's better than being pissed on. I'm just saying, I did DM you this morning. Because I just wanted an update on shit. It's Friday. I wanted my Friday update because, we can't stream the updates, but I want to know. 1776 is, it does show it differently once you click on it, though. What do you mean it shows it differently? That doesn't, you're having a conversation without pulling me and by the neck with my collar and the lead that you got for me. I'm a dog that's not agreeable, and I don't understand what you're telling me here. 1776 is, hiya, Bobby. Sorry, it's a day here too. And then Queen says, you finally here, Bobby. What the hell got into your panties today? And Bobby says, boomers, listen, non-boomers got into my ass today. So, and I did not get into his panties. Okay. Queen says, boomers got into your panties? Lol, did you find a cougar? Lamau. And Bobby's like, no. Just want that said out there. Look. See, we Bobby is like me and my brother. I'm just saying. Bobby and I are seriously like me and my brother. We go through the same cycles. I don't know. Well, see, first of all, little brother's not a boomer. Mo's not a boomer. They're just older than you, but they don't qualify in the boomer category. So I'm trying to think of people in the older category, because a couple years younger than me, they ain't in the boomer no more. That's just how that works out, right? It's a thing. So talk more, honey, talk more. You know what I'm noticing? Oh, it's midday. That's why the hummingbirds aren't out. It's kind of warm today. It's very warm today. Not as warm as it is at Sen's house, but it's very warm today. I need to get an upholstery sewing machine so I can redo my I have one of my chairs needs to be redone and both of my ottomans need to be redone on my outside furniture. And if I keep pushing it, the chair I'm sitting in is going to need to be redone. But they're such great pieces of furniture. I apparently got rid of 2 of the chairs. I don't know why. But I apparently got rid of 2 of the chairs. I don't want to get rid of these. They were the expensive batch. They were gifted to me, but they were the expensive batch. And I would just like to redo them and not have to get them gone. I'm just saying. Sin says you have to add water and then use the pods. The pods are concentrated salt. There are no words to describe what I went through except just feck me. Too much salt. Too much salt. You put 2 in 1, I'm thinking too much salt. And 1776 is laughing at Queen for some reason because Bobby's here. And Bobby says, Gen X, aka the slackers. Now you're talking because they weren't boomers. Just see, I took offense for both me and Sin that you were saying boomers. They weren't boomers. They got the wrong name. Many of them are slackers. Okay, there are many who are working their asses off. Again, Queen likes to get up at 3:30 in the morning and start her morning by looking at Discord and drinking her coffee and getting ready to go to work at 3:30 in the morning, which is way early. I'm just saying, that's way early. 1776 says, I'm never a slacker. See, there's people who aren't part of the rule, but there's slacking became norm. It started, and then the next generation really picked up on it, and then the next generation really picked. It's a thing. It's a thing, and once things aren't given to people, then just maybe it'll stop being a thing when people have to use their brain. Bobby says, we call them echo, 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 boomer, 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 boomers. Okay. They were concentrated pods and you put 2 of them in there? Oh, yeah, you fooked yourself. You haven't used it since. You should probably start off with a half a thing first. Anytime I try something new, I don't go straight in, okay? I ease myself in. I get a new pill that I want to take. It says take 4 a day. I'll take 1 every day. Or I'll take 1 every other day. But I'm not jumping straight into the 4. Hell, I don't know how this shit's going to affect me because it might really friggin' affect me. I'm so glad that we got a hummingbird because you know what I'm wanting to do? I'm only 3 degrees warmer than you are. Seriously, Sin, that's all? You're only 3 degrees warmer? And I'm feeling like we got some humidity out here today. I really do. Oh, it was supposed to be cloudy most of the day, finally burning off. But I didn't get any of that, so I'm thinking the cloudy part, it went south, but I'm feeling the humidity of it because I do feel like it's humid. I do. So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to do. I think I still have my other computer turned on. I don't know. I have too many things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the house now. And I'm going to jump onto that computer now because I'm getting to where I need to figure out what I'm doing and finish up my work so then I can post because about 3:00 my time, I post the streams. Sometimes I do it around 4:00 my time. Okay. So sometimes I'm late. If it's 5:00 my time, 1776 is like, hey, Shinny, moron, did you forget about us? And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's already 5 o'clock. How did that happen? So, I need the 5 o'clock reminder from her. That works out very well. So, Bobby says, just rained here for 2 minutes. It figures. Seriously, I bet you guys got humidity out the winger. I'm just saying, Bobby. I bet you guys got the humidity out the winger. I have to make a hamburger. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I wanted to look. I make steakhouse hamburgers when I make homemade hamburgers, and then I put them on my homemade bun, and then I put some barbecue sauce on them with some homemade. I don't know what they're called. They're cubed fries. Now I'm really now that I'm talking about because I haven't ate since yesterday. Because it's a one meal a day kind of life that I'm living in. Don't yell at me. I'm eating one meal a day. I'm not forgetting to. I'm just saying. I'm eating when I'm hungry and I'm not taking in extra calories. Well, except for when for some reason, I feel like I want to eat cranberries, dried cranberries, or frozen blueberries. I don't know why. Sometimes I want one or the other. So it's a thing. Bobby says it's going to rain on the 4th, so it's probably going to be perfectly dry. It says it's going to rain. So, these morons got an ass backwards. They're always 180 off. Ooh, my hair has turned so white. I hadn't been paying attention. 1776 says, we'll try to keep in mind for the 5 p.m. reminders when needed. Bobby says, cubed fries. I don't know what they're called. They're not hash browns, I'm just saying they're not hash browns. I'm going to call them cubed fries because they're square and they're fried and they're good. And I got good salt to go with them. I'm just saying. So, okay, I'm going to go in the house. Sin says, oh, it's Friday. Last week threw my sense of time completely off, and I honestly didn't know what day it was. Hey, sweetheart, don't worry about it. I thought yesterday was Friday, and I was getting ready to put to do my regular rounds before I put the stream up, and I went into Discord, and I was like, why did Cuz put something about tomorrow's Friday? Because it was Thursday, and she likes to let us know what day of the week is, and I really need her to do that apparently, because I'm like, why is she? And so I had to ask Alexa to double verify, and it was really just Thursday yesterday. So today really is Friday. I'm just saying, you're not the only one. Bobby says fries squared. See, that's perfect. Fries squared. Ooh, does that mean I can have 3 times more than normal? Oh, I like that idea. I totally like that idea. I so want to show you guys the activity of the birds in the other tree. Hold on just a moment. If I go here. Okay, where did I put that camera? Hold on. Hold on. There. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see bird activity. Do you see the oak tree behind the palm here? That big, beautiful oak tree and you can see so much blue sky around it. The owls used to come and have their babies in that. It was so cool to watch the owls and their babies. It was so cool. Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you not show them the whole damn thing? I want you to show them. You know what's really fun is that when I do that, y'all can't hear me, and I have to figure out how to put how to, because y'all just missed my discussion about the blowjob I just got. I don't know. Oh, that works right there, and that way then y'all can still hear me. Okay, we'll try that one. See, with OBS, I can hide behind things and still stay full screen, and y'all can still hear me and stuff. So there. Anyway, I was saying something about this beautiful tree over here. It's got so much bird life and bird activity to it. It's got so much. Wonder if I can zoom in one more time. I bet I can. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, it was a breeze. Don't go down there and do a breeze. Ooh, I can go a 5.1. Oh, I know I'm thinking. Give me a minute. I could go 5.1, but I think I'm showing too much of the palm tree, to be honest. So I'm reaching under shut. There we go. To get more of the oak tree. There you go. Too much shit is moving around on me over here. Okay, there. Fries squared. I think it sounds like a really good idea if I get to eat that many. Home fries or cubed fries. Thank you. I knew there was a name for them. They're home fried. You're a home fry. I think that Bobby just called 1776 a home fry. 1776 is maybe, maybe not, but at least I'm not greasy. Laugh my fucking ass off, Bobby. And then 1776 is, and I go smoothly. Oh, never mind. And she does purple face crying. She just laughing. And Bobby says, for fuck's sakes, Heidel. And then Bobby says, Snipe isn't even here. He's having computer problems. He was here. And then YouTube didn't like him. And then YouTube and his computer didn't like each other. So they stopped dating. They got in a great big fight. They might be getting a divorce. We don't know what's really happening over there between those two things. But yeah, he had a slight problem. I'm not exactly sure we know what's happening. I don't know. Sin says yes. And then Bobby says, damn it, Shinny, not you too. No, I'm here. I'm here. And Sin says, lost sound. Uh-huh. But see, look, I just got here. I'm just figuring out. Y'all should have me back, right? Tell me that I'm back. Bobby says, he's having issues with the laptop. YouTube. Yeah, his laptop and his YouTube stopped dating. They're filing for a divorce. 1776 is A-OK on this side of the screen. I'm not sure. Bobby says, you can't say those things without Snipe here, Heidel. And 1776 says, yes, I can, regardless. Bobby says, no, it's illegal. and then says, yeah, sure. And I just want to know, can y'all hear me? Okay, I know that y'all can hear me now. Y'all didn't tell me. Okay, it was back. I know when I took myself off the screen, completely off the screen, I was gone. And then I went, oh, wait, y'all can't hear me. I was over here talking about a blowjob and y'all couldn't even hear me. I got such a good blowjob. It felt so nice. It really did. So 1776 is yes and then no. Well, y'all didn't respond when I even asked. So I really thought it was no. I really did. So I went over and I opened my own YouTube and checked and realized I could hear my mouth going. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go in the house, enjoy looking at the tree and I don't know, listening to the birds. There is one bird a chirping. I just forgot the name of the damn bird, but it's just chirping. It sounds like somebody's fire batteries, smoke detector batteries went out. Chirp, 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 chirp. Now there's a hummingbird by my head because, why wouldn't there be? I basically turned off the camera with the hummingbird. Yeah, it's still down in the corner, but still. Bobby says, was it from Heidel since she goes down so smoothly? No, it was not, Bobby. 1776 says, you sound so much better than the hollow sound the other day. It's a new microphone. The other microphone, that's probably why I stopped using the other microphone. Though I had it moved, halfway across the table from me earlier in the stream. Then I moved it really close to me, and now it's like halfway because I stood up. So 1776 is laughing, and Sin says, I've been able to hear you. Good. I'm glad. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm seriously going to get up and go in the house now because I need to get a drink and I need to do this stream. Okay. So, hopefully I'll be able to find out in the house. You guys will be able to hear me in there because I'm going to, no, you won't, you shouldn't. I don't know. No, you shouldn't be able to hear me because it won't let me add a microphone. Oh, that's funny. Hold on. Let me think this out. Yeah, I won't have a microphone in the house on. If I'd have used the Bluetooth, I could have gone in there, but then you would have said, you're crackling up, you crackling head. So that wouldn't have worked either. Oh, wait, I'm thinking. I mean, the only other way to do this would be to come in. Oh, but then I wouldn't be able to use. Yeah, y'all just won't be able to hear me in there. Y'all just, nope. See, cuz I'm thinking this out. When I go in there, in order to have a microphone, I would have to send myself a guest invite, come in that way, and open this up so that I can control the chat. See, I'm thinking this out. Don't be messing with me. I am 360ing this. Thank you for that, by the way, Sid. I am doing a 360 on this thought. I'm going to figure it out. But I'm going in the house right now. I may be back. I'm sure I'll be back before I just let y'all go. Sin says, need to get you a hummingbird hat that has a receptacle on the hat for the top of the hat for the nectar water. No, thank you. No, they come at me hard enough. They sometimes they fly right into my face and I think they're going to land on my nose. It's no. No. Look, one of my clients just sent me something. Look, I'm picking the right time. Go away, wasp. There's a wasp trying to decide if it wants to build a nest under here. You know what, wasp? That ain't gonna work for you. The minute I see you start construction, the minute I'm gonna wash everything down. I will use cinnamon too. I'm sorry, did I just get possessed? I did. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Or not. I'm going in the house. I'll be in chat probably. Just gonna take me a minute. Aw, you're so sweet. You come in the house with me, Celestial Nova. I don't have a microphone in here. I need a microphone. Wait a minute. Do I have a microphone? Can y'all hear me? Well, now I have to go over here to. Can y'all hear me? Do I have a microphone? I might have a microphone. But I need you to tell me if you can hear me. I don't know. This is part of the test of me coming in here. I need y'all to tell me these things. I'm going to turn on the Ozbot. And of course, the Ozbot is going to show like the ceiling. So I noticed, thank you, 1776. I did, what the fuck are you doing? I did notice that when I came in the house, it signed off the one outside. No, it didn't. It's still there. Okay, cuz this is working out. This is working out. And Bobby, I'm going to be reading your Discord in a little bit when it's more private. I'm just saying I'm gonna. Oh, here. Hi. Did you find me? Huh? 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 Okay. I don't know why the microphone sounds so weird, but it sounds like it's trying to come back through the outside mic. Oh, I should have muted that. I'll be back. Well, shit. Camera, enjoy the runaround. I said turn off. Okay. Now, I'm not getting any of the, I was getting the outside cameras, the outside microphone feedback. So there's that. Yeah. I do the pressure washer and the Dawn thing too. They don't like it. They don't come back, by the way. But also the cinnamon. I think it's the cinnamon. God, I don't remember. I think it's also the cinnamon keeps not only them away for next term, but also the ants. So there, especially since the Africanized bees decided to come to town where I live. Did they? We haven't seen them yet, so I'm not complaining. 1776 says, I hear you in here, and I told you, heifer. And then Sin says, I can hear you great. There's just such a long delay with Stream Elements, or no, what? Restream. There's a long delay. Bobby, I still love you. Sin says, your electronic toys are being disobedient. Which one's not agreeing with me now? Which one? Because, I mean, we found out I can be sitting in more than one place at a time, which means that Queen can come in and sit right beside me with her camera and her microphone. it just that the microphone picks up the house. We found out that the other day because watching TV, and then I took a call, and it could be heard on stream, and I don't like that. It shouldn't have happened. I don't like it. I don't like it, by George Doggy. I don't like it. So there's that. There's that. Two horses were stung to death in Phelan. Seriously? That's not good. Bobby, where are you at? Yeah, I'm in the house working. I'm sorry, folks. I'm in the house working. Bear with me. Enjoy the view. You don't have to even really. Why are there 4 people watching? I think I might be one outside. I'm not here. So, here's the thing. So, not only did I announce the stream on Rumble and it pick up, right? But I also decided to stream to Twitch today. I forget how I'm supposed to be able to tell where people are listening, watching, doing. Normally, I know this shit, but I don't know. There it is. Nope, all 4 people are over here in the YouTube. Looks like you're all in the same one. I ran in there too. I understand. I was thinking of something when I was in there. Oh, I'll tell you when I get back. Remind me to tell you that I was thinking about the 2-on-1 fighting with my brother comment that I was thinking in the bathroom. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah. I threw Twitch in there today because I could. I hear you working in the house. No worries. No, I'm actually working on the PC in the house. Yeah. I'm working I'm working on my desk in the house. Exactly. And then 1776 says, Dang it, Shinny, now you tell me you're on Twitch too. Yeah, Twitch ain't got nobody over there. Twitch ain't got nobody over there. Ain't got no time for that. I'm just saying, don't you sweat it, sweetheart. Okay, so, and wait for it. I hate when I need words. Oh, I can't spell. No. No. Okay. Sin says, Don't run out of words. Supposedly, when you do, it's your time. I am never going to run out of words. They're going to take me before I'm done with the words I got. Mm-hmm. And 1776 says, ASMR typing with outdoor scenes. Nice. Back to laptop here. Mm-hmm. 1776 is lull to sin because, well, have y'all met me? I mean, the words may not be where they're supposed to be in the sentence or the paragraph or the story, but I have a lot of words. I just don't know how to use them all. So it says, have the animals tried the trampoline yet? Well, Celestial accidentally did, and it's like I didn't tell them not to, but it's like she didn't like it and said no, thank you. But she was just trying to get off the couch, and she woke up and okay, she gets a treat to go to bed. Okay, so I woke her up, and she knew it was nighttime, and she woke up not really her brain awake yet, and she started to run, and she ran across the trampoline and was like, what the fuck? And she ended up in the bedroom, and she wasn't even sure she was supposed to be there because the trampoline threw her off. So while I was getting the treat, she came back, and I had to, point to her to go back into the bedroom, and she went back there, and it's not been a thing since. We didn't make a big deal out of it. And 1776 says, it said, I think she said they had once, but I'm probably wrong. No, you were right. That's, ooh, the butterflies are in front of my camera. Did you see the butterflies? The butterflies were there. So yeah, no, that was an accident, but she did. Since the myth is that when you're born, you were given so many words for your lifetime. Oh, hell, that's why I saved up for 4 years before I used any of them. But, I've made up for that. I think I've made up for that. Haven't I? I feel like I've made up for that. Have y'all not met me? I talk an awful lot. 1776, do you really like that view? Just it's relaxing to be in the house and just to look at a tree blowing in the breeze? Okay, Bobby, I don't know if you're still listening or not, but yeah, all of those were me, and you're not going to like it. Um, you know what? I wrote something and put it in Discord, and I didn't even remember doing it. Yeah, I just sat and read it. And apparently, I felt it today because some of my ramblings this earlier was kind of the same thing. Guys, we are elder now, aren't we? We are elder now. We are. Uh, okay, and then we're going over here. Queen, honey, I don't know if you're still listening, but really, you don't have to push yourself on the stream tonight. You really don't. 1776 says, Shinny, yes, I'm seeing the hummingbird feeder in the lower right corner of the screen too, plus you at your desk. That's the only way that you can hear me. I can't do like I used to with StreamYard or.
Take my pill.
Okay.
This is a reminder. Take my pill.
Okay. I won't do it until tomorrow. I won't do it until tomorrow. But I can't completely hide us, because if I do try to hide us, the us meaning me and the bird feeder, then unfortunately what happens is then you lose my mic. I mean, I can turn off the outside screen and you that won't be a big thing, but again, you can still see when the hummingbirds come. Uh, but you wouldn't be able to hear me in here talking to myself. 1776 says, same here. Wait, no. Sin says, I try not to talk unless I have to. I can't. I even if I shouldn't, I do. I mean, seriously, ask Bobby and Cuz. They'll tell you. And if you run into my brother, ask him also. 1776 says, Shin, yes, but I'm seeing the hummingbird feeder. Oh, that's when I read out of order. And then says, same here, same here, but it doesn't always work that way for me. It never go work for me that way. And 1776 says, no problem, just letting you know that it is relaxing and what I see on my side. Don't change anything, woman. Sin says, I just found out that my scale is at least 20 pounds off. I lost 23 pounds. I found them. I This is why I don't like looking for shit for other people. Okay. First of all, when I find it, then they accuse me of having stolen it and put it there, even though I ain't never been in their house before and they've been looking for it for 5 years, right? But then they go, I lost that one thing that one time. I ain't never found it. It drives me nuts. And then I get up, go to the restroom, and on my way, surprise, I find it. And they go, well, you must have stolen it and put it there. Oh, fuck you. Don't you see all the dust that's around it? I ain't even touched it. I just pointed it out to you. Oh, but then a big ass fight. See, I've got trauma. I have trauma that y'all don't even know about, okay? But that is some of my trauma, okay? So, yeah, no. I found it. I'm not going to lie. I would like to give it back to you. I'm not going to lie. I ain't gonna, okay? And then she says, yeah, but it's all from the wrong direction. At least I lost and bought a new scale. I won't buy a new scale. I won't do it. Aw. Okay. So I just let Puds know that we're streaming. He is not feeling well today. I think I will wait until he gets here before I throw a tizzy fit. Right? I'm sorry. Do you see? Those weren't words. Did those count as words? I mean, they were a bunch of dooby-doops. They were probably words. Do you see my problem? Yeah. I'm just saying. And 1776 is laughing at you for that. Okay. So Pud says, I am homesick today, Queen. I feel your pain. I will try to come tonight to the stream. I'm reading Discord. I better shut up. Excedrin migraine does work, especially if you drink it with Coke Easy Ice. I'm just saying. Pud's made it. He's in the house. He's in the house. He says, I've lost 21 pounds since surgery. I'm going to be buff again. Wait. You lost the weight and you're going to be buff. So you were pudgy because of all the pills they had you on. And now then it's going to shrink back down to your buff size. Gotcha. 1776 is that earworm is now in my head, Shinny. I'm sorry, I don't even know what earworm it was, but I did put it there and I apologize. And then she says, hiya, Puds. And then Sin says, it's a bio scale and I'm taking it over to Kaiser to compare it to their scale. Got it. And Pud says, looks like a lovely day. And then says, hiya, Huddles. And says, I don't care if you read my Discord posts, lol. Well, I shouldn't, because what happens in Discord should stay in Discord, only amongst the people in Discord. I might have to come through and kick a few people out of Discord again, because there are people who are just looky-loos and starting to have problems with people who are doing that. I'm really starting to have problems with people who are doing that. Don't participate, exit. I've exited out of so many of those that I do because of that. They don't come to the channel, they don't come to the Discord, they only read, or lurk in the background of the channel. And it's like, yeah, no, you're not participating. Bye-bye. Sin says, I was asked in pre-op last week, how much do I weigh? Oh, they ain't gonna like what I tell them. And 1776 is law to Shinny. And then Sin says, I told them I wanted to get on the scale so the anesthesiologist has my weight in real time. That's when I found out. Yeah, no. Look at the breeze kicked up. It's a good blowjob going on out there. Pud says, I was buff underneath, not pudgy. Well, you were pudgy with the drugs, right? You were buff underneath and then the drugs came and made you pudgy. Just a little fluffy from the water retention. Oh, not pudgy, fluffy. Okay. Yep. There is a step in between. I'm sorry. I'm like a woman on her monthly. Ay, you poor thing. Bud says, aren't you going to be tired streaming now and late tonight? It's not late for us. You have to remember that. It's not late because we're on the West Coast over here, honey. So I'm working. I'm supposed to be working. I'm not working. It's just a thing. I won't have anything else to say. 1776 told you. and then 1776, because we have just the heifer is live. Only me, only my lives being announced in the new channel. And she went in and tagged Bobby anyway. He had some stuff going on. The idea is that you're supposed to enjoy the outside scenery and listen to any of the birds that might be going on. But I went out there and I muted the damn thing. Damn it. You can't hear the birds. See, if I'm going to talk, I wonder if I talk this softly, if it would give feedback from the other mic being on. Puddletown says, slacker, law. It's Friday. Everyone needs a break. And then Sin says, no yawning. It's contagious to others. I'm sorry. It's just me. Yes, no bird sounds. Yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to try and not talk so loudly. Okay? Oh, shit. How do I spell Calgon? Calgon, like the Calgon man. Okay, there. I'm going to go outside. No, no. I was speaking so loud that I was hearing myself come back through Restream into the microphone. So I'm going to go out and turn that microphone back on. So we'll be back. I'll be back. We'll see if the camera's going to follow me. Yes, Bobby, I think you're right. I'm not going to lie. I think you were correct. It's not moving. Okay, so I've turned this one back on. I'd like to. I think I just thought of something that works better. Okay, I want to see how that works. Okay, I'm going to sit here a minute. I need y'all to tell me if you can still hear me because I muted this tab. Wonder if it's possible to have two mics or not in Restream, one for outside. Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. But I was hearing the feedback, right? And I'm thinking maybe I was hearing it through the speakers. And Bud says, Calgon. Calgon. And Bud says, Calgon, take me away. Exactly what I was going for. Calgon. Yep, I spelled it that way. It just took me a minute. My brain didn't do it. I have to bug out. I have to go to Kaiser. See y'all tonight. Huggers, bugs. We'll see you. Drive safe. Check in. Okay? Don't forget to check in. Okay. So I'm going back in the house. And then I'm thinking, when I go back in there, I can put my earpiece in so that any of the sound doesn't come bouncing back out. Here, I'm figuring this out. When Cuz does this, she's going to be in a different house, so this isn't going to be the issue. But the closeness and the microphone picking everything up, that's the issue. I don't know if y'all can hear or not. This is a problem. Wait, yes, you guys can hear. You know how I know you can hear? See, because y'all ain't told me you can hear. You know how I know you can hear? Because I can hear me through the other computer. I loves you. This is a good boy. This is a good boy. Yeah. Did you lift your leg on that cover? Beat you. Beat you colors. Hello. Don't trip me, y'all. Okay, so 1776. I can't see myself. Here is, this is 4 ounces, it's not 2 ounces. It squeezed it out last night. Don't know if you can see that. It's all white because there's no dye in it, but the glass is colored pink. But that, my dear. Oh, and it's got some organic frankincense in it. Yes, I will make my own frankincense oil also. Okay, apparently, I'm going to have to keep this jar myself because I over poured it. And in the process of doing the over pour, opening it to show you. I have to get better labels. I just get labels for my canning and then I just handwrite them. See, I just handwrite those puppies. Just like that. So, I made 3 of these jars and I have a little bit left in the refrigerator because it's too hot out here. I don't want these to just become a salve. Um, so I want to keep them in their whipped condition. So there, there. And yeah, you could hear me. I think outside. Can't hear me. I don't hear me coming back. So if there was somebody else here that was streaming, if we both wore earpieces, we wouldn't have a problem. See how that works out? Bud says, "See you, Sin. Hope everything gets better with your health." She's working on it. And then she says, "I can see you were putting on your cream," and showed me the container. Yeah, it's the container and the cream. It's all white. It's all white. It's all right. I know I should go to the farmer's market because people are selling these things for like $50. I'm like, geez, I just want like $12 to $14. The jar cost me $1.50, and then the amount of material is probably another $4, and then my time. You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind being able to sell them. I should. I should consider it. I never thought about it. I just give them as gifts. Gifts, gifts, gifts. The gifts, the gifts. I tell you the gifts. What are you doing, dog? I'm trying to get closer to stream time so that I can make dinner or can make myself something to eat. So I heard the refrigerator on the mic outside. I don't know how I heard that. That had to have been something else that just clipped outside. So now I put my other 2 jars lids on. or labels, 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 labels. But these have frankincense smells. Organic frankincense oil, which I should be getting some more of shortly. Oh, listen, that was so beautiful. Did you see it? Did you see how beautiful? Yeah, yep, no reverb there. And then it's a hummingbird hanging out there. I don't know. 1776 says, yep, Tallow Truth is the $30 to $50 range before discount. Hence, I haven't ordered any yet. Order some from me. I won't charge you that, and you'll love mine more. Pud says, I saw your cream you made. It's is that no? I mean, if I hadn't put the frankincense in it, I would say you could eat it. Frankincense, only because growing up, I used to pull the sap off of the trees. I never ate them. I don't think it would be safe to eat it. I don't think it, I'm gonna get some myrrh too, um, but I really like frankincense. But yeah, I would be a little bit leery to have somebody eat it because of the frankincense. I'm just, it's no. I mean, I could make some with some ranch dressing flavors in it. It wouldn't have a smell, but it would taste good. And OG is bonjour, Shinagram, and then flowers and hugs and hearts and red, white, and blue and the band aid. We're all broken, aren't we, honey? I love that band aid. I love that band aid that's there. Although I'm thinking that band aid doesn't show up on stream. I wonder why. I don't know. Love you, honey. And I see that you got a new name, by the way. And then 1776 says, Hiya, French Psycho. And then French Psycho says, 1776 just left you, and here you are too. Ah! And then 1776 says, I'm multi-mod French Psycho. I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Puddletown says, Heidel is AI. That's just what we're going to stick with. Bobby, I think I agree with you. Okay, I'm gonna go put these back in. Turn the because I'm starting to get hungry. I'm gonna turn the grease on so I can get ready to make my fries because home fries because I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting so hungry. I have a thought and I can't add all up in my head. I have a thought and I can't add it all up in my head. I hate when I do that. I'm buffering and it's not good. I'm starting to my sinuses are starting to get upset. She didn't know that was going to do that. I did put it in plastic bag first. Did you move? Just move. Thank you. Go on, all the way over. Just go out. Just go out. Out. Yeah. Alexa, remind me in 6 minutes.
Olive, what would you like to be reminded of?
Make fries.
All right. I'll remind you to make fries in 6 minutes.
That's gonna be mighty white of you. Even though you ain't. I'm sorry, that was funny. What did you move the whole desk for, girl? I saw the whole desk move. Oh, it's not plugged in. My ass ain't plugged in. Okay, I have to figure out my ass. Wait, you tried to move the whole desk. Oh, shit. The plane, the plane. Okay, there we go. I did. Sid, I totally got it in the right orifice. I totally did. I totally did. French Psycho says, 1776, you're the flying, and you're the yin and the yang, the alpha and the omega. I'm not worthy. Sorry. Ooh, trying to heat up the oil, and it's over there screaming at me already, and I ain't even done anything. And Pud's like, wait, the orifice? The orifice? Wait, what? Didn't you see me plug in the heat massager? And she wanted to make sure I got the plug in the right orifice. Look, if you look at the oak tree, it looks like there's a round part to it, a totally round part to it. Like, I'm sorry, my imagination says a portal. You just jump in and go somewhere else. Sin says she wasn't plugged in. I wasn't. And then Heidel says, Psycho, I'm Hydra, not I'm Hydra, not Alpha and Omega. Hud says, massage your orifice. Wow, what a stream. You know, it happens. It does, it happens. Oh. Sin says, well, the orifice joke went right over everybody's head like a 747. I totally got it because of where I was noticing I wasn't plugged in. And Psycho says, Restream via Restream says, really, bonjour, my lovely Cynthia. Says, and then does the fire and the angel wings and all of the love thing, and had my first try out on Venoms.
This is a reminder.
Pud says, I got it. And Sin says, nice, I'm lurking and driving.
This is a reminder.
And 1776 says, law, Sin, nah, didn't go over everybody's head. They were slow on the uptake, but they got it. Pud says, I used to work in an orifice. I was in the orifice all day at my desk. Well, that was a shithole, wasn't it? I gotta go make sure I don't start that shit on fire. Ooh, that's okay, baby. I got yours. Oh, thank you, Sin. Look, there's something wrong with me and sneezing in the kitchen lately. I don't know why. Um, so where was I? Oh, you know what? I know where I was. I'm all in the bright stuff. Psycho said restream bot via restream bot said Monday I'll jump directly in the great bath. Shizzies. Okay. Paddletown says, I'll be back later for regular stream. That's good because we're not going to be going much longer here. 1776 says, French Psycho, lol. And Sin says, damn it, Psycho Discord is easy. Please get a hand on it. Please get on it and contact me so we can communicate. Love you, Psycho. And Psycho says 1776, as you said, Heidel, but his morning stream is perfect time for me, noontime for me. And 1776 says, I don't talk about other streamers' channels where I'm mod. There you go. That's the thing, 1776. You want drama? As I said, this we ain't the place for the drama. Psycho says, I may try, but Discord is so different and I've to make familiar with it. Okay. And then Sin says, if you open up a Discord, nobody else can get into it, especially if you have a one-to-one with somebody else. They're private unless you create a channel in Discord. Yeah, you don't have to create a channel. You can just get an account and then just be a floater in there, and you don't have to have um your your own server. You can just be data on a server without it. I have to go check on my food. Hi, baby boy. Are you being a good boy? Okay. Okay. I feel like supposed to have something in my ear, but that's tonight. That's not now. Okay. Psycho says 1776. So sorry, my bad. I just came to say hello anyway and give a thumb to help. So switch back to the mixing software for my own. In 1776's cycle. Restreambot is not a person. Restream is a streaming platform that is shared chat from vertical view to stream. From it's the way that YouTube communicates with each room that we're streaming to. And she says, Psycho, it's just a courtesy thing in the YouTube sphere of streamers and their channels that I've learned over the years is all. And that's when I was a sneezing my full head off and Sin said gazoon talk 3 times. 1776 said, bless you, Shinny. Well, thank you both. I don't know how to spell that word. I had to learn how to spell it for an English test once because my English teacher was a German. And so he put that in kindergarten on the test because, they're both German words. So just saying. Psycho says 1770. You helped 1776. You see how much I'm used to this, not being a bad person, just not aware of this. And then Psycho says a hand pink wave and a hand pink wave and a face, a heart, and all that other good stuff with a couple of hugs. And 1776 says Psycho. That's why I said something. Don't know how to learn if no one tells you. 1776 says take care, Psycho. And Psycho says, have a nice stream. Take care. Be safe and see you anywhere, Hydra. Going back to work now. And Sin says, if Shizzy thinks I'm going to get up at 3 a.m., he's sadly mistaken. Exactamundo. 1776 says, take care, Psycho. Enjoy your work. And then Sin says, returning to driving mode. There you go. 1776 says, drive safe, Sin. And then says, what are you making, Shin? I made the home fries. Not going to lie. I made the home fries. And I made a steakhouse burger on my homemade buns with some barbecue sauce that I did not make. And my jar is out of it. And I did catch fire twice because, that's how you know you made a good steak burger. I'm thinking I forgot to turn on the fan. Hold on. What am I hearing though? Well, I didn't turn on the fan, but I'm hearing something, and I don't know what I'm hearing. It's just seems insane. So there's that. I've just lost my ever living friggin' mind. It almost sounds like, what somebody walking underwater sounds like. That's what it sounds like. I don't know what it is. I heard the clunking in the kitchen. Lol, damn it, Shinny. No catching on fire. Oh no. You catch your fats on fire to give that extra bit, and then you throw the lid over it. Um, it's a thing. It's a thing. So how's the tree looking? Is the tree still pretty too, y'all? That wasn't the microwave. That was the toaster oven. I put my hamburger buns. I cut them in half and I put them in there and I toast them. Um, and I put them on a 4-piece of toast register. And so that was done. I knew that the burger and fries were done also. See, I had it all timed out just perfectly. Okay. So, oh yeah, no, I caught on fire over at the stove. That was the part. It catches it. The the fat's coming out of the steak burger because that's what it is really. Look at the birds just fly along. When I push out just to test to see how much moisture is in there, I push it out and it catches a fire. Then I know flip it over and do it again. I'm just saying that's how I know, and it's pretty good. So yeah, and she says 1776 is still pretty relaxing, although my druthers are a little sketchy at the moment. What are your druthers? What are your druthers? I'm going to tell you though. And she says, yes, fires on fats are needed. Gotcha. Yep, because they taste better. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to turn off the outside camera. Ba-boom. Of course, I turned off the wrong fucking one. Because why wouldn't I do that? Right? But hold on, I'm gonna turn the other one back on. I'm gonna turn this one off. I don't want that one. Come on. That's the one I wanted. See how I am? It'll take me a minute, but I'll get there. So I turned off that one. So here's what we're going to do. This is the final test part, but I am not got music in here. I am not got music in here. So I am not going to be able to tell you, but William's not going to, I don't know. I am gonna try and find some music for us, because well, why not? And then we are gonna end the stream. So don't forget to find us tonight in about 4 hours. If you show back up here, there will be some music playing. We'll be here. Thank you so much. Hasta la vista. We're gonna give it a shot.
Sweetheart, it's time to go.
Thank you, 1776,
Good night,
for Magnan
sweetheart,
doing all the
it's time
things
to
you
go.
did. Thank you. And you
We
guys
hate to leave you,
Right?
but we
It's not
really
like
must say, oh, good
love you.
night, sweetheart, we have played. For some it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I just can't beat you now. We hate to leave you, chat. It's been fun having you round. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, game's been played. Muscles and your head won't like it if I stay and play. Huggers, buggers to you each. We'll be going, you know I have to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, the games have all been played.